You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna have to turn this into a part 2. I'm not redoing this video again. My camera just turned off. So anyway, I'll just have to make it into a part 2. So anyway, this watch is really interesting. It has a date, a little ring around there. Then it has a day meter. It's Friday right now. And it was, I guess, made in 19. It's got some things on it. It's got a little dust on it. That's about it. So this is what's known as what is it? A carousel. Yeah, a carousel. It acts as a tourbillon, but is a bit different. I'm not sure in what way. I'm guessing it defies gravity in some sort. I'm not sure how, but it's really cool because when your balance wheel moves around like a normal one, here I'll put a normal one next to it. So you got a normal one here, which just has a balance wheel. So this one has a balance wheel as well, but it also has a carousel on top of it, which is cool. That's why I bought this watch, so I could have one of these little movement things. It also is a bit different because it has a stop-start mechanism. Here, I'll show it off. When you pull the pin, okay, so let me just show you on this here real quick. Let me just put this on my other knee. Then, because I only have a certain amount of hands. When you pull this out, pull the pin out, the hour and the minute hand stop, but the second hand still goes, and the thing's still out, so I can still move it. Look, I can still move the hands, but the second hand will still move. That's how automatic watches are made. They will constantly move even when you have the pin out. But an ordinary quartz watch will completely stop when you have its pin out. Mechanical watch is the same way. It will still tick even when you have the crown still out. But this one has a feature to where when you pull the crown out, it completely stops. Put it back in and it starts up, which is really neat. But I heard that it's kind of a useless feature because usually over time it'll eventually lose time, so there's no reason trying to get it on its right second, which is cool. And here's the back as well. Here's a little rotor thing. So this watch is actually waterproof, which is nice. It says 3 ATM, which you're like, wait, it's water resistant, Ethan, not waterproof. But it said on the website, and they showed off, that this watch is waterproof, but only can withstand 99 feet of water. So you can actually swim with it a little bit if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, and I'm not going to. So just in case you ever buy this watch, don't put it in water. I wouldn't. The website said it was waterproof, but I still wouldn't. It can withstand a little rain, but I'm not sure if you can put it in like a cup of water as they showed in the video. But yeah, and that's the end of the video. Let me put these watches back in. Alright, I got most of my watches back in. Close it up, lock it, hide the key. Because a lot of these watches are kind of worth a pretty penny. So let me wipe this down a little bit. It's got a smudge. It's a little heat resistant too. But so I'm gonna wear this one on my wrist from now on. Maybe I'll put this one every now and again. But what I do is with my watches and whatnot, I let my automatic watches sit and run out. They were just wound up because I wore them every now and again, and I wound them up. I pre-wound them up for this video. So these will end up going out soon. So the cool thing about mechanical watches is you wind them, which is nice. And automatic watches, you just have on your wrist and it'll wind itself. So let me just say one thing before I leave. You're probably like asking me a question, Ethan, so if I'm looking into buying a watch and I want an automatic, and I found one that I like and it's affordable in my amount, what is there to expect? Well, it's an interesting watch, don't get me wrong. So you're probably gonna say, so is it only wound up, can I only wind it up with my wrist? Is there like no other way that I can wind it up with other means? Well, you can. There is some watches are built without it. You gotta read the instruction manual before you go in. You can wind the crown and it will stop moving. It'll go. It will prevent you from overwinding it. Automatic watches cannot overwind, so don't worry about that. They're made to do that, so if the rotor continues to move, it will prevent the rotor from moving so it doesn't overwind. So once it's fully wound, the crown will not move anymore, the rotor will stay in place, and when it starts unwinding and you walk, it'll completely wind it again. So there's no way of actually stopping it from winding itself because you cannot control your wrist throughout the day. But I looked up instructions for this one where it said you can only have the watch preset at a certain time so that you can I had to look at the instruction manual before dwelling into this watch. So if it's between I think 10 and 4 and you set the date and day, you can mess up the gears and you'll have to get a new watch. It'll interfere with the gears, so you have to have it set through a certain thing. So anyway, I gotta stop talking, and I'm all right. And now, bye.